I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, but I spent my summers in Alabama with my relatives. My uncle had a bloodhound named Bozo, who was always barking and growling and looking like he wanted to eat me alive. My uncle knew I didn't like Bozo, but he explained, if I wanted to get into this business, I would encounter dogs like Bozo who would try to bite me. But I couldn't be scared of getting bitten, or I wouldn't make it training dogs. At this time, I didn't like dogs until I encountered my grandparents' dog named Lady. She was an excellent trained guard dog. When I came to prison, I never imagined I would be using my dog training skills. But in 2017, I got that chance when I got transferred to Pocahontas. This prison had a dog program with 8 dogs. I was moved to the honor part where they had 3 of the 8 dogs in the program. 12 days later, I was hired as a dog handler for the SCAR program, which stands for a second chance at reentry. I learned that some of the dogs had physical and mental problems, were strays, or come from a hoarding situation. The handlers trained these dogs by using positive reinforcement, where you reward a behavior that you consider desirable. The program was from 12 to 16 weeks, but if that dog had fear issues, he stayed 1 year. I worked with a dog named Binks, who for the first 3 years never seen sunlight. Once Binks spent time with the handlers, he felt safe and loved, making his training easy. When he graduated, I learned that the same person that rescued Binks ended up adopting him. This program had a huge impact on the handlers. It made them feel a sense of pride, needed, and appreciated. Plus, achieving the goal of helping a dog get adopted feels good. In fact, the program brought happiness to the whole entire prison population. These dogs reminded people of their own beloved pets. See, having dogs in a prison brought a moment where you can pet a dog and forget the chaos of the prison life. The downside is knowing that they'll be leaving. But we knew that they had been adopted and that another group of dogs was right behind them needing help. One way to become a good trainer is to know that dogs learn by using body language, facial expressions, and vocalization, and then separating the facts from the myths. Dogs know that a low growly voice means that they're doing something wrong, and that a stare could be taken as a threat. Remember this, your dog's ancestor is the wolf, and in wolf society, there's howls, growls, smells, and sometimes licking of the face. If you see 2 wolves staring each other down, aggression will follow, and a fight could be next. There's a saying that your dog's undesirable behavior occurs because the dog wants to be dominant or the pack leader. That's a myth. The fact is that a leader dog is calm and he's cool, and he's usually the dog that shows the least amount of aggression, not the most. See, those of us that are locked up are labeled a problem, but now we're giving back by rehabilitating dogs. I give dogs a better foundation, which helped them get adopted into their forever homes. And when I return back to society, I will have a better foundation that will make me function in society and my community. Bless.